I know this might seem a bit weird, but hang on. Listen to that. Can you hear that? Well, I don't know if you noticed, but it's most likely that your thinking mind stopped there for a couple of seconds. There was silence. Just for a couple of seconds, you were free. Free from all the mind-made problems in your head. I know what it's like. I've been there many times in the past when your mind is going round and round and on, and it just won't seem to stop. Now, obviously, when I use the word mind here, I'm talking about the thinking mind, the voice in your head. It's taken millions of years of evolution to get to this point where we can talk to ourselves in our heads with words and symbols. And it's partly because of this that we even have modern day civilization. The thinking mind can be a very useful tool without a doubt. But now it seems to have possessed us. Now all you want is peace, but you just can't stop thinking about what that person said, what that person did, how annoying that situation was, how unsatisfactory your life is, and how worrying the future is. If only there was a stop button on the damn thing. Well, remember that little exercise I did at the beginning? I got you to try and listen out for something. More precisely, I directed your attention from the thoughts in your head onto one of your sense perceptions, in this case, hearing. But Alex, I hear you say, that only works for a few seconds. If I do that myself, the voice in my head just comes back a few seconds later. And unfortunately for most people, that is true. So can you really consciously stop your mind, or have I just reeled you in with some clickbait only to disappoint? Well, yes and no, but hear me out. The first thing is, most people are what's called identified with their minds, which means they think the voice in their head is them. And if you think the voice in your head is you, then it will never stop. And it's the internal mental chatter that gives us a sense of self, but is it really the true you? I mean, when you were listening out for that non-existent sound, you didn't have the voice in your head, but you were still there, right? The truth is, it's no more you than a sound is you, or a smell is you, or the sensation of touch, or even seeing is you. All these things come and go in your experience, but there's someone that's always there, aware of them, and that's you. It's the awareness, and if you notice, the awareness isn't dependent on any of these things present for it to still be there. If you close your eyes, you're still there. If you put earplugs in to block out the sound, you're still there. And in between each and every thought, the gaps in between when your mind is silent, you're still there. So first you have to break the identification of the sense of self with the voice in your head. It's not you, but you can use it when you want to. And then it stops becoming the most important and captivating thing in your entire life. You realize that just like in the exercise at the beginning, you can move your attention from the voice in your head towards what you're experiencing right now, towards your senses, what you can hear, see, touch, taste, and smell. And that, in essence, is mindfulness. Well, okay, maybe you can't stop your mind, but you can stop believing it's you. And when it's less interesting to you, you'll pay less attention to it. But hey, I know, even if you don't want to be interested in it, the voice in your head is, sometimes loud or has this magnetic pull to it and seems to scream for your attention. But it's a case of accepting it, allowing it, and then gently moving your attention back to your experience. And in most cases, a while after you've broken the identification and a while after practicing, you can seem to consciously stop your mind, if only for a few seconds at a time. Because I've listened to many teachers and have been practicing meditation and mindfulness for years now, there are many times that I realize I'm having a useless thought and I can just move my attention back to usually what I can see or what I'm doing, and whilst paying attention to my experience, I can hear that the voice in my head has actually stopped. And there's something very freeing in that. It doesn't have the same dominion over me that it used to, and it doesn't have to be that way with you either. You too can break the identification, practice mindful awareness, and liberate yourself from the shackles of the thinking mind. You can use it, but it no longer completely uses you. And that's me done for now. Keep loving, keep growing. Peace.